Hi, I'm Firefighter Ray, and today on Firehouse Kitchen, I'm gonna be cooking with the winners from last week's cook-off, the Massapequa Fire Department, the Parkhouse, and we're gonna be making a
Parkhouse Yager Schnitzel.
A Parkhouse Yager Schnitzel. Now, we're here in Massapequa at Uncle Giuseppe's Market. I couldn't think of anywhere else to shop. This place is beautiful, and they've got the best food down here. Now, in the fire department, we wear our bunker gear to the supermarket because we don't know if we're gonna have a run, so we gotta be ready. So let's get ready for this episode of Firehouse Kitchen. Let's shop for some food.
Let's go shop.
All right, now we're getting some asparagus. That's gonna be our vegetable for today.
That's gonna be a vegetable. We got some onions that's gonna be used for the gravy. The mushrooms are used for the gravy.
And there we go, nice big thing of asparagus. I love asparagus. All right, I'm at the veal.
All right,
Now,
we need veal.
we need veal. Now, what I like is we're here in Uncle Giuseppe's. And Uncle Giuseppe's in Massapequa has everything that you need for meat and everything. Now, what else do we need? What else are we gonna need for this meal?
Well, let's see, we gotta get flour.
Flour.
We need some mustard.
Mustard.
We need bacon.
Bacon.
We need oil, breadcrumbs.
Oil, breadcrumbs.
And eggs.
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 And a little spätzle if you want some spätzle on it.
A little spätzle.
Spätzle.
Now, I know this is a cooking show. What is spätzle?
Spätzle, it's a German egg noodle. Kind of like
German egg noodle. Now, will they have that here at Uncle Giuseppe's? Because I think they have everything here. All right. Let's see.
All right.
All right. They got everything. I'm looking for spätzle.
See the rice.
Hey! We got spätzle.
We got spätzle.
Ooh-ah. Awesome. All right, let's go. Let's move on. Let's keep going. All right. We are in the baking aisle. We need some flour. Flour. Full bag? Big bag?
Full bag.
Big bags.
Big
fine.
bag. We're good. We got our flour.
Oh, look.
Oil.
We got the olive oil,
Got the oil?
here too.
Olive oil, too? Do we need some cake mix?
No,
cake
but I
Okay,
do see the mustard too.
All right, mustard that works. Let's go. All right.
All right, we got the mustard.
So we got our mustard. We got everything. I think we are ready now to make our meal back to Massapequa Fire Department. Let's get ready for the show. All right, let's go, guys. Let's do it. All right, now we're back here at Massapequa Fire Department. We're back from the market, and we're gonna make a delicious Yager Schnitzel. I like Jägermeister, but this is Yager Schnitzel. All right, I think Yager is from a town in Germany, and Yagers are fun guys because they make Jägermeister and they make schnitzels. So,
I think that might be it.
okay. So tell me, what are we making?
We're making Yager Schnitzel. Yager Schnitzel is a pounded piece of veal. They can use pork. Some people have used chicken for it. Really thin, like a scallopini. It's breaded. Some spices in the egg and in the flour. That would be a Wiener Schnitzel. Wiener Schnitzel is just a breaded cutlet. Jaeger Schnitzel is when you do a hunter sauce. The hunter sauce includes bacon, onions, mushrooms. It's a nice beef broth gravy, and it's that turns a Wiener Schnitzel into a Jaeger Schnitzel.
What is it, Anton?
Thyme.
Thyme. This is a little
It's
bit
not
of
anti-anything.
Thyme.
Not on your side.
Like in The Hobbit. Thyme
And
is
also
the
we
answer.
have the spätzle that I talked about earlier. It's just a little egg noodle. The Germans call them dumplings. But it's nice when you get the Jaeger gravy on there. It really soaks it up nice.
Oh, nice, okay. Now, last week, we took on the other two fire departments.
Yes, we did.
And Mike and Lou, how did it feel beating these guys?
I got to tell you,
It was
it's
good competition.
Tremendous. Really, I mean, some of those dishes look great. Well, both of the dishes look great, and it was just such a great feeling to actually, pull this off and win it for our Firehouse.
Right.
Okay. Well, they were talking a lot of smack.
They
before
talked a
that,
lot of smack, yeah.
Yeah, what was that guy's name? Muskie?
Musk,
Yeah, oh man, he was all over you guys.
Good guy,
Stole
good
his,
guy.
I saw him steal your,
Oh yeah, he stole my
Saffron.
saffron.
yeah, saffron. You need your saffron.
I'm running around looking for it for 20 minutes.
That's a Firehouse, though.
That's a Firehouse.
That's what happens.
Well, he lost his mind when I took his tongs.
Yeah, it was
What are
funny.
you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
When we talked about what we were making when we first started, he gave me his menu and I gave him mine, And I said, wait, you're making the same risotto that I'm making? And it was a little bit different, you know.
But I think he hung himself with those Brussels sprouts. I think
Louis and I discussed our menu, and Brussels sprouts Louis wanted. I said that nobody likes Brussels sprouts.
I think if you dip them in cheese, I like
You dip
Brussels
anything.
sprouts
You
and
could-
cheese.
You could
Anything in cheese.
You could dip a shoe in cheese, and it'd be good.
And wrap it in bacon.
Yeah.
That is good, Mike. I like that little shoe and cheese. Let's get started. What are we doing first?
Okay, Mike's gonna get started with the asparagus. He's gonna cut them down, oil them, salt and pepper them.
Is that plural for asparagus?
Asparagus.
Asparagus, it's like
It's fun
mice.
I never heard that. I like
Meese.
that. Meese and mice.
Meese and mice.
The asparagus.
Asparagus.
Louis, would you pass that up to me, and I'll.
Yeah, certainly. All right. And I'm gonna start chopping up the stuff to get the gravy going.
All right, we're gonna move these bowls.
Okay, I'm gonna chop up some bacon first. I want to get the bacon in. I want it to render in a hot pan.
Now, on Firehouse Kitchen, it seems like every dish has bacon in it. Because it does. Because it does. I'm in love cooking with bacon.
Now, Ray, normally with asparagus, you normally break one and then size the rest. So,
very nice.
because that's the freshest part of the asparagus, we don't peel them because all of the vitamins are in the skin. The good stuff is all in the skin.
I did not know that.
So we're gonna come down like this and just use these as a template.
Ah, that's a home run.
So
That's great.
Because they're a bunch, they're all in a bunch and they grew together, they would all snap pretty much in the same spot.
Wow.
Give or take.
Give or take one or two. Except those short ones.
Yeah.
It's always a short
Those
one.
tough shorties. Whoever draws the shortest straw. Here we go. The shortest asparagus wins.
Now,
Got our onions.
got orange. Now, Mike and I cook together all the time in the Firehouse.
Now, how did this union start?
When Louis transferred,
Lou, tell us how Lou met Mike.
All right. I used to be in the East End Firehouse, where Mike was from, if you remember last week's episode.
Okay.
I was in the East End with him, and I was kind of running the kitchen over there.
I was Mike's partner, or the other Mike's partner.
The other
Yes.
Mike,
But that was East
right,
End.
Right.
That was East End.
Right,
Okay.
that was East End.
Go ahead.
So I transferred after I moved locations. I ended up at the Parkhouse.
Okay.
And I was there about 2 months maybe, and I retired from my job. And I'm hanging out there one day, nothing to do, and I see Mike there, and I start talking to him. I didn't know him, been in the fire department for a few years. And I said, hi, I'm Lou Brust, I'm retired. And he says, I'm Mike Waters. I'm retired too. I said, oh, when did you retire? He retired October 1st. I retired September 30th. We're a day apart.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So ever since then, we've been cooking together.
Wow.
Yeah.
And now you were a police officer.
I was fine.
You were-
I'm a retired fireman.
I was a
You're a
police
retired
officer.
fireman.
Yes.
You were a
He's a
police
cop.
officer.
Yeah.
All right. Where did you work?
I worked in the South Bronx and Harlem.
South Bronx and Harlem. All right. And where did you work?
I worked in Bed-Stuy, Crown Heights, and I retired out of the Rockaways.
All right. So we got some serious cops here, and we got some serious firemen.
And it always comes up in the kitchen.
It always comes up in the kitchen. That's right.
But since we've been cooking so long together, we have little different ways of doing things. And I keep trying to tell him how to do things. One of them is cutting onion.
Okay.
He does it completely different. He cuts both ends off and he just rough
All right.
chops it the whole time.
So show us the cop way of cutting an onion.
Okay, you cut the onion in half.
Yeah.
You cut the onion in
Cut your
half.
finger off while you're doing
You
it.
make a couple slices on it. You make a couple slices down the center of the onion, keeping the back of the onion on,
Okay.
so it doesn't go all over the place, makes it a little safer. And you can cut all your chops nice and easy like that.
Ah, that comes out nice.
It sure does. Nice and easy. The onion's not going all over the place.
Everyone has seen me chop things. It's just not pretty. All right.
All right.
So I just took the cops. This is the cops way.
That's
the
the
cop's
cop's
way.
way of doing it.
Bacon in the pan.
Bacon in the pan. Okay, so the bacon's in. I'm gonna let that render down a little while before I start throwing in the mushrooms, the onions, and anything else that's gonna go in there.
Okay.
Okay, but now we're just gonna put some olive oil on our asparagus.
Very nice.
We're gonna toss it, and then we're gonna put some salt and pepper. It's gonna roast at the oven 400 degrees.
Little breadcrumbs on it too.
No,
Sometimes I
no,
put breadcrumbs on my asparagus.
Like my 8-year-old.
I like fish sticks. You know, better than fish. You know, it's just how I am.
Everybody likes the
Fish
fish.
sticks.
Okay.
Ketchup.
These
These
are-
like the greatest thing in the world.
These are rolled. Just
There you go.
play with your food.
Nice and neat. I love it.
Open the oven,
All right, here we go.
and away it goes.
All right, so we're gonna start roasting those.
Okay, I think we got the water up to a boil for the spätzle. Spätzle takes about 15 minutes to cook. So you want to plan this as when you're planning the rest of your stuff. The quickest thing we're cooking today is the schnitzels. They're gonna be really quick.
Okay.
So we'll get this in, and I'll start getting the gravy ready after this is in the water.
Okay. So we'll get that in, now we'll start getting the gravy ready. How long does that take to cook again? I'm sorry.
15 minutes.
15 minutes. Okay, beautiful.
Lou,
Some time.
Lou, I'm going to start the process. Basically, what we're going to do, Ray, is the veal is going to go into flour, both sides. Then it's going to go into our egg wash, which we're going to crack a couple more eggs, and then it's going to go into the breadcrumbs.
Okay.
In the eggs, what really makes this special is we put German mustard in the eggs, and when it gives a real nice flavor.
Wow, a little spice.
It kicks it up a little bit.
I put mustard on my eggs regularly. I like mustard on my eggs.
So we're going to take, Lou, can I have that whisk?
Yeah, certainly.
Thank you. So we'll whisk up a couple of eggs.
Now, we do this in the Firehouse. We have, we have like 10 guys cooking. One guy will flour. It'll go into the eggs, and the other guy with this. Or else your hands get like crazy gluey and stuff.
Right, we get the dry guy and the wet guy.
The wet guy.
Yeah, the dry guy and the wet guy.
And the wet guy usually has 2 jobs to do because he's going to flour and eggs, so he's got dry and wet.
And there's always a couple guys in the Firehouse that we don't let handle the food.
Yes.
Yeah. When you hear he cooked it, I'm out. I'm out on the meal.
So we flour the piece of veal.
Well, we gotta put the mustard. Don't we need the mustard?
Put the mustard in.
All
Absolutely.
right, I will put the mustard in. I've been waiting for this. I said before, I love mustard in my eggs.
All right, while you guys are doing that, I'm going to start adding the onions.
Just incorporate that in.
To the
Just
gravy.
give it a stir. That'll the egg, and we put our cutlet back in the egg wash.
All right.
From here, we drain it a little bit, right into.
I'm the dry man. I'm the dry man. So I remember I put my fingers underneath and I flip. Ah, there you go.
Perfect.
So now your hands don't turn into paste.
Absolutely.
Where's this going?
It's going right in that pan of oil.
Right in that pan of oil.
And now I'm throwing the mushrooms in the gravy, Mike.
Nice. Mushrooms in the gravy. All right, dry guy's ready. Look at my hands, they're dry.
Go ahead, dry guy.
Fingers underneath, give it a flip. All right.
Oh.
Any botched meals
Plenty.
that we've had?
We've had a couple of flops in our
I
time.
wouldn't call any of them flops. Just not as good as the rest.
We're gonna flip those.
Okay.
Get them going on the other side.
Flipping.
All right, I'm going to put the thyme in the gravy. When using fresh thyme, you really don't need a lot. It's got a lot of flavor. You know, maybe a teaspoon or something and 2 cups of gravy. That's all that you really need.
This is looking good.
When, you know, Ray, when we're working in the kitchen safety is very important.
Okay.
We put out a lot of fires in a year, people having cooking accidents, burn injuries, fires, all sorts of hazards can happen in the kitchen. When using oil has a very high ignition temperature, and we go burning the oil. So we're kind of cognizant of the fact of how hot the oil is. Should the oil go on fire, which has happened to Louie and I on a few occasions, the best thing to do really is just put the flame off under the pot and cover it. Cover it with the lid, it'll go out. You don't want to touch it, you don't want to grab it. A lot of civilians, their first instinct is to grab the pot. They grab the pot, it's hot, it burns them, they throw it on themselves, and they're going to the burn center. It's that simple. So kind of be ready to go, always have a pot lid handy. And
So just cover that fire with a pot lid, yes?
cover that fire with a pot
And
lid.
remember, these tips save lives. We do safety tips every time. You just gave a live safety tip.
Perfect.
I
that's
absolutely love that.
Perfect.
I love that. I love that. All right. let's
Also,
get this one in.
when
Mike, can I
cooking-
get the flour?
Yes. Also, when cooking with any kind of liqueur, alcohol, when it goes into over a flame, it's flammable. Louie and I made bananas Foster one day in the Firehouse, and we turned our back on the pan, and the fire was about 3 feet high. So much so it scared one of our guys, and he almost pulled the insult pin because he thought we were burning the Firehouse down. So again, it's just something to be always thinking about. You know?
Okay.
So we got 2 more of these, and we're gonna start pulling these out.
All right, we start pulling them out now.
Yeah, we can pull them out now. And
All right. Where do we want to put them?
I just got to get a plate.
All right, why don't you go wash your hands?
I'll wash my hands,
Go
get a
ahead.
plate.
I'll handle these last 2. You get a plate, you start pulling.
Want the flour?
Oh, give me the flour.
Flour
That's
first.
right, I got flour first. Flour first. A little bit of egg. Getting a little dirty here. I'm gonna get pasty hands. Now the Firehouse, where I used to work, we always cooked for 15 guys every night. Every single night. You have some single engines, You're looking for 5 or 6 guys. But a meal like this, like chicken cutlets, breaded, we did this all the time. This was a very, very big thing. Chicken cutlets, veal, steak, lasagna, all meals to feed to big masses. And that's how it is in your firehouse too.
Yeah, typically when we're cooking for people, we're cooking for 40+ people in each meal.
For a meeting,
for a meeting. Yeah. So Mike and I have to come up with ideas that's really going to feed everybody. You know, we've come up with staples that we do sometimes.
We gotta wash that now. We gotta wash that now.
Sometimes we have ideas. Every January now we do meatloaf.
Okay.
It's an easy one. October, we typically do nice German food for the Oktoberfest.
Some Yager Schnitzel.
Yager Schnitzel. That always works well.
Okay.
All right, now I'm going to start making the gravy. It looks like the flour cooked enough.
All right. Put this in. Make a hole.
Make a line.
Awesome.
Right in.
Get that bad boy right there. That bad boy right there.
Oh, nice job on the fry.
We're gonna move this bad boy into here. Yeah, that's a nice one. I actually like them. I like them nice and I like them well done. I like them crisp. But actually, this right here, that's perfect.
Okay.
That's nice. All right. All right, we're done with all this stuff.
Yes.
I am gonna get rid of this. We will put it underneath. Oh. I'm gonna wash my hands because I have clay hands. It's like zombie hands. Okay, here we go. Hi, I'm Firefighter Ray, and today's fire fact is bumps to the pumps. Sometimes a fireman might get turned around in a fire. You can't see when you're in a fire. And a good way back to safety is we follow the hose. We run a hand along the hose and we come to the bumps. We know that if we get the big bumps on the coupling, that's the way back to the fire truck. And on the way out to the fire truck, we know that's gonna bring us to safety. Bumps to the pumps. That's today's fire fact. I'm Firefighter Ray, and this is my fire fact for today.
All right, so Ray, next thing we're gonna do is remove the asparagus. That should be done.
Oh, the delicious asparagus. Oh, look at this.
Oh, yeah, they're perfect.
Another thing that tastes delicious with cheese, asparagus. Oh,
That's beautiful.
The interesting thing about asparagus, everybody knows what happens with when you go to the bathroom, the smell of the asparagus.
Smells
and
good.
it's 95% of humans have that issue because it's loaded with zinc. It's one of the best vegetables out there. It's
Really?
phenomenal. Yes.
Zinc.
It's
Zinc.
zinc.
We are getting
Zinc
fire facts. We are getting nutritional
Zinc
tips.
is the mineral.
We
Louis,
are getting fire tips. We're getting everything out of this.
Louis, if you'd grab a couple plates,
Yeah,
we'll
sure.
start.
We're gonna start plating. I'm gonna clean up a little bit.
Okay.
Make it a little pretty. Get rid of the eggs. Put the thyme on the side. Little presentation. Presentation is best. Awesome.
Now, I don't know if you've heard about this, and I'm sure your brother's not going to be happy, but recently it just came out a study that the best vegetable for you is Brussels sprouts.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I just read that last
Isn't that,
week.
isn't that how, you know, God made everything, you know, the best stuff for you tastes the worst, you know?
Okay.
You know, why can't a piece of pizza
The
be the
gravy's
best?
ready right now, so I'll
You'll do the
put
gravy,
some
Lou?
basil out.
Basil. I'm gonna steal one of these right now and take a taste. Now, we said before, I'm like cooking for 50 guys. What's the most amount of people you guys have cooked for?
Oh, wow.
Well, we ran a fundraiser for our friend Kevin Meany, who unfortunately passed away of a brain tumor, and we had a spaghetti dinner, and I think we served over 772 meals that night. It was a lot of preparation, a lot of work, a lot of help.
How many guys in the kitchen?
A dozen, at least a dozen, and then the best thing was, right, really, it was from all 3 firehouses. We had help from everybody from Massapequa, and the other departments around came and supported us. So it was.
And this is all volunteer. I mean, these guys come down, you know, away from their family, away from you know, just their lives, to come down and help others, to do a fundraiser to help others.
So that was it. But the amazing thing is we cook for 70 people per meeting. Louis and I do the 4th of July parade, and that's 300, 400 hot dogs. So we do it big.
400 hot dogs.
Yeah, we do it big. Chicken, hot dogs, burgers, and it's, you know, the same crew of guys. So it's all, everybody knows each other's moves. And so what Louis is going to do is take the gravy, pour it over the top.
Got a little bit of gravy here. Of course, we like it on the meat.
Oh, yeah.
And we like a little bit on the Spätzle.
I want that one. That one's a little well done. I like the well done.
That's what you said earlier, and that's why
it.
you got that one.
Yeah, stump it on everything. That asparagus, I stole a piece before, delicious. Oh, melts in your mouth. Oh, it's good.
It's beautiful.
And pretty much, that's Yager Schnitzel.
That is Yager Schnitzel. All right, let's do this. Let's take 2 seconds. We're gonna clean up.
Okay.
And then we'll have a little taste. And then we'll see how your Yager Schnitzel is. And I'll have it with some bratwurst and some, what's the German beer?
Spaten.
Spaten. Awesome. Spaten.
Or Dinkelacke.
Dinkelacke.
Yeah.
All right, let's clean up, guys.
Okay.
Great.
We are all cleaned up. We are ready to taste our Yager Schnitzel from the Massapequa Fire Department, the Bayhouse, the Parkhouse.
The Parkhouse.
That is good. Oh, wow.
Thank you.
Oh, baby, that is delicious.
Nice job on the frying.
Excellent.
Let me try some of this. Stratacius, what is it?
Spätzle.
Spätzle.
Spencer. Wow.
This is living.
This is living. And
This is how we treat our guys at Firehouse.
this is how you treat our guys in the firehouse. You guys got to come down to Bayport. They make us chili and no, I'm just kidding. 127 truck. They make this guy Vazio burns everything. No, he's a good guy, Vazio. He's a good friend of mine. He's gonna cook on the show. Now, do you guys cook at home?
I cook just about every night at home.
Do you really?
And actually, my wife and I compete all the time for cooking. She'll get a recipe, I'll get a recipe, and always having fun in the kitchen, always enjoying. And the kids, they bring their friends over. My son's girlfriend comes over all the time for dinner. It's just,
I come over for dinner.
yeah.
You go over there?
Absolutely.
Well,
I'm not cooking. I'm going.
I go over Mike's house for dinner, and he makes me cook.
Absolutely.
That's good. That's
Always,
awesome.
There's
Yeah.
always risotto. You're making a risotto.
Okay. Well, thanks a lot, guys, for coming on the show. I mean, and congratulations to winning the cook-off. I tell you, I've been to Massapequa Firehouse. We did 2 shows here. We did a lot of segments with safety tips. The Massapequa Fire Department has always been there for Firehouse Kitchen. And on Firehouse Kitchen, we're raising money for the Iceland Town Fire Museum. We donate money to the burn centers. A lot of goods going around, and Massapequa has always been there to help out. Thank you very much, Massapequa. Unbelievable. To find out more about Firehouse Kitchen, go to firehouse.kitchenshow.com. If you want to be on Firehouse Kitchen, friend us on Facebook, send us some information about your firehouse, and we'll come down. And you can also find out our recipes on firehouse.kitchenshow.com. Well, thanks for having us, guys. Unbelievable. Thank you for having me, I should say. That was delicious. Thanks for having me, guys. And I'll see you guys next time on Firehouse Kitchen. Woo!